Let's go.
Organic photovoltaics is a truly promising technology, efficient, flexible, and easy to produce. However, its widespread adoption is limited by moderate stability. In the OPVStability project, 10 dedicated PhD students are exploring new materials, designs, and strategies to enhance the durability of organic solar cells, paving the way for the next generation of OPVs. This podcast introduces our doctoral candidates. My name is Elisa, and I'm responsible for the project's communication. Let's get started.
We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hi, Waqas. Please introduce yourself by telling us where are you from.
I am basically from Pakistan, and I came to Germany a month ago to work on my project. And from Germany, I am in here, Italy, for my presentation and that stuff.
What's the path that brought you to study organic photovoltaics?
Yes, basically I am from a region where there is a severe issue of electricity. So since my childhood, I was facing severe problems related to shortage of electricity. We used to face load shedding for about 16 to 18 hours a day. So it was always in my focus to do something to fix this issue. Yeah. So when I grow up, I came to know that sun is basic source of energy, so we can harvest it. And during my master journey, when I was starting my research, so I came to know that a professor is working on organic solar cells. And when I got more idea, so that I approached him, and I started working under him.
How do you think organic solar cells will be helpful to solve this problem?
Basically, there are already solar cells available which are being used commercially, but there are a lot of advantages of organic solar cells. First and foremost is they are very cheap as compared to pre-existed inorganic solar cells. Like inorganic solar cells are very expensive, so people are not using them in many countries. So these are very low in price. Moreover, they have other advantages like they are less in weight, easy. So that's why they are easy to carry. Like if I have to go to some trip or somewhere else, I can simply fold them, put in there in my bag, and I can carry them with me. So I can camp, and yes, and furthermore, they are transparent. We can use them alongside our windows and etc. So yes, there are very different benefits. Furthermore, it's an emerging field, so there is a lot of research going on it, and it's very interesting to explore new things.
You say the OPVs are more economic compared to traditional solar cells. How? What make them more affordable?
So there are many factors like choice of materials, then processing techniques, processing and fabrication techniques. These are the main important factors that make them quite low in price as compared to inorganic solar cells. And inorganic solar cells are very bulky, and we cannot pick them, fold them in our bag and pick them from here to there easily.
What's the structure of a solar cell?
Okay, so basically organic solar cells have two portions. One portion is donor portion and one portion is acceptor portion. The function of donor portion is to absorb sunlight from sun, and it creates excitons, and that excitons are absorbed by acceptor portions, and then the charge is transferred to respective electrodes and current is produced. So the materials organic materials are in millions of forms, so we can select any material which is very low in price.
What's your role inside the OPVStability project?
I will collect data from my experimental partners, and using that data, I will train machine learning models, and those models will be used to predict the stability of organic solar cells molecules. and using these models, other scientists will also be able to use them in their research and predict materials with enhanced stability. We can use artificial intelligence in various ways. Like we can also use it in collecting the data and cleaning the data, pre-processing of data. But then we have to interpret the results by our own mind.
And which results do you hope for?
So I will deliver my machine learning models to scientific community. But for me, this project is very advantageous because I will learn quite new things such as depth of machine learning. I will develop some models. I will also get some expertise of new softwares such as CP2K, VASP, and some other tools such as scikit-learn, SciPython, and etc. So that's why this program is very beneficial for me because it will polish my interpersonal skills.
What do you like to do when you're not preparing models?
So I like to read a lot of literature, and sometimes I watch football as well.
Thank you, Waqas, for your interview.
For how you gon' move for what you gon' be. And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gon' do for how you gon' move for what you gon' be. Let's go. Hey.
Hi, Faezeh. Would you like to tell us about your favorite book?
Hi, Elisa. Yes, of course. Actually, it's been, I think, 2 years that I'm becoming a fan of audiobooks more than like reading books. And 2 years ago, I found an audiobook which its name is Optimal Living Daily. I really love it. It's like a short, the host introduces and summarizes a book. Mostly the topics are based on mental health and such things that I really think I can say, at least myself, who is a PhD student coming from another country, losing many friends and parents, and trying to live and adapt in a new country. It's very important for me to listen to this audiobook, and I really like it. For instance, the topics are like decision fatigue, about willpower, and it takes only 10 minutes for you to listen to each episode. So it's easy for me that in the morning when I'm on the way to my working place to listen to one of the episodes. It sometimes motivates me. Sometimes when I feel like, oh, I'm a bit disappointed with listening to them, I feel like, oh no, I'm motivated. I'm the best. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. I usually used to read papers like literature, scientific literatures, when I was on the way from one place to another place.
What kind of scientist are you, and what's the path that brought you to study organic photovoltaics?
I'm a physicist to be. I did my bachelor and master's in Iran, in Tehran, where is my home place. And I studied material science and engineering there. And during my master's, I worked on inorganic solar cells, I can say, like quantum dot sensitized solar cells. And at that time, I realized that I would like to continue my journey as a physicist more than like an engineer or a chemist. Because to me, it was very interesting to be able to understand why is like any fundamental thing happening in solar cells. This question, that why, was becoming like my motivation to continue this my study to do a PhD. And I think studying physics is very helpful for you if you want to understand why different mechanisms are happening. And also, I remember after I finished my master's, I attended a summer school. I virtually attended the summer school actually, but the host was South Denmark University, where Morten Knudsen and Vida Engman, who is now one of the partners in OPVStability, they were the host, and they were giving very nice talks on organic solar cells. That made me very. I was like, okay, let's do a PhD on organic solar cells, and I started applying for related topics in different universities in Europe. And at the end, I managed to join OPVStability group.
You come from Tehran. What's it like to live and study in Europe?
Very interesting. I'm living in Berlin, it's Berlin. I don't know. You can find everything in Berlin. A part of it is like Middle East, a part of it is Europe, a part of it is I don't know, have American lifestyle. You can find whatever you're looking for. And I'm very happy that I'm living in Berlin right now. And about Europe, yeah, I really would like to study in Europe especially when I was doing my master's. I like it.
And what do you miss the most about your home, and what aspect here do you like most?
About the thing that I'm missing the most, it's definitely my parents and my friends. I miss them so much because, I'm coming from Iran, and in Iran, it's like you are very close to your family members. Of course, I think wherever in the world with friends, you have very close relationship. But for us, it's like uh, we I personally am married, but I used to visit my parents every second day, and now it's been like almost 6 months that I've not been visiting them, so it's very tough for me. But at the same time, the motivation that I have here, the I have many new friends here now. um, from OPVStability, we are a group with 10 people that it's very interesting to me that we are very close to each other. I usually talk to a couple of my colleagues maybe once a day, maybe twice a day, something like that. That's very interesting to me. It's an international consortium, international group, different people, different mindsets, but at the end, we are very close to each other. This experience is very valuable for me. And also, the place where I'm working, the facilities that now I have access to, um, it's amazing.
What's your role inside the OPV Stability project?
It's like OPV stability. So, we all are working on stability of organic solar cells, but my role is to understand what is the degradation pathway. It's like an organic solar cell contains different layers of different organic and inorganic materials. And we would like to understand what is the degradation pathway in each of these layers. And at the end, in combination of them together. For instance, we have an active layer. We, at the first step, we want to understand how this active layer is degrading, because now I think the main focus of the field is on optimizing different solar cells to be able to achieve more stable cells. But rather than that, we would like to understand why each of these solar cells are unstable and what makes them unstable. Then, if we could find an answer for this question, I think it would be easier to understand what the next step is, which is like how to make a cell more stable.
Which results do you hope for?
What I'm right now very hopeful to get is the active layer of organic solar cell is made of different components. I'd like to see if we can stabilize them. Yeah, this is what I really would like to. This is the result I really would like to get. Then I think we can make life easier for the group and for the field actually to understand if we are able to do this. If with understanding the degradation mechanism, we are also able to make them stable. Then I think if we make them stable, then that's all we as like OPVStability group would like to do at the end.
Which labs, instrumental techniques do you think will help you get there?
I'm right now a optical spectroscopist mostly. So for instance, I'm doing absorption spectroscopy measurements, I'm doing Raman, um, and I think, for instance, with these spectroscopy tools, I think it would be able to, would help me to understand how the degradation is. I think they are very helpful for me. Mm. We would like to understand, for instance, charge carrier dynamics, exciton lifetime in active layers and in solar cells, charge generation and recombination, and such topics. And also, we would like to understand chemical and conformational changes, for instance, in active layer, and with facilities we have, for instance, with Raman setup, with photo-induced absorption setup, transient absorption setup, such facilities, I think we would at the end be able to get the results we are looking for.
You are currently doing your research at the Paul-Drude-Institut. Will you visit other project partners?
Yeah, right now I'm in Berlin, but on June 1st, I'm going to go to Sweden, where Ellen Moon is, yeah, working there. We're going to do FTIR measurements there. I'll stay there for 2 weeks and we're gonna do measurements. They will also help me understand, like, we have questions like if a solar cell, specifically active layer of a solar cell is degrading under illumination. Does oxygen chemically attack the active layer and make new structures, make new chemical compounds or not? I'm gonna find the answer to this question there.
What do you like to do when you're not working on science?
Yoga. Yeah, I love doing yoga. I have a routine that 3 times a week I do yoga at 6 to 7 a.m. and I think I'm good at it.
Thank you, Faezeh, for your replies.